HDS, HDS.
Все, ребят, поехали, продолжаем прохождение Life is Strange. Как мы помним, закончилось тем, что мы вышли на сами себя. В плане убийц. А, кстати, это одежда, это братьев. Зэп.
Oh, how is it already morning? This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something. No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense. And I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose. That isn't me. It can't be. There's also that flash drive from Gwen. Maybe something on there will crack the case wide open. Moses, when this is all over, I'll play as many games of Mana Massive as you want. I swear.
Объясните.
Before Safi died, Gwen got her book canceled. And I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Safi. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes. Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling, but...
Давайте поставим уже на флешки.
Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught? Or is this another doppelganger? Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me? I read the beginning. It's annoyingly good. None of this is adding up. Why on earth did Gwen cancel Safi's book deal? Didn't she help her to get it in the first place?
Очень странно.
Whoever did this had to go to so much trouble.
Мне кажется, что в итоге что в итоге она сама же разбила.
Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas... Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now.
Мне кажется, она сама же потом разобьет это окно черепом.
No matter how much I stare at you, he refused to make sense. Moses?
Водку спрячь, дура.
Hello, Miss Coffee.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
The photo. If he sees that.
I have some questions for you.
Of course, I can answer your questions right here.
Well, this is a nice change of pace since yesterday. I appreciate the cooperation. There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Например,
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell.
убирай фотку, дур.
Not unlike
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
a whole town wiped out by a freak storm. What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky, or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
Just my shit luck, I guess.
Oh, hard life, isn't it?
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
Ну что с ним?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you.
И чё?
All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
It's not true.
Долбоёбина.
Добрый вечер.
Здорово, братан.
He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid, Max. Stupid, stupid. What the
Как
hell
твое
do I do
ничего?
now?
Так, ровненько, ладно, прохожу. Сейчас, сек. Так. Сек, подожди. Надо озвучку убрать. А потом на YouTube пойдет. Нормально все, как у тебя. Она, ну, для
None of this
любителей.
makes any sense.
Те, кто проходил
happened
на
that
оригинал, тем будет интересно. Кто
Why
нет,
the
проходил.
fuck am I in this picture?
Так.
The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken.
И зачем подписывать решил?
Maybe I still could.
Не уверен, что на первый месяц. Мгм. Что за хрень?
So that's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. Feels good. Final.
Sophie.
It's here too.
But there wasn't a storm the day Sophie died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Как мы сюда попали?
Sophie! How did we get here? What happened?
Stop stalling, Max.
I don't understand. What do you want from me?
Pull the trigger.
Ну что, и приказывают, что сделать? Походу на этот. Как телепат или что-то такое.
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time.
Что, опять что ли? Еще сил не хватит. Кокс, так зачем идешь-то?
Come
Вписывать?
on. If I can just... Fuck! Moses, you were right. I don't know how, but you were. I have to tell him. Everything.
Просто если она ему расскажет, она его втянет в эти проблемы. Ладно. Никогда не копы. Что там Гвен пишет? А, ничего нового. Забрали кредит на учебу. Должен ключевого за разбитую посуду. Угу. Она такая, я убила Софи. Она мне приказала это сделать. Здесь что?
This is where the police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders? He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench.
Ну вот. Ну, сейчас тяжело.
Some of that was definitely directed at me.
Покинуть. Ага. Ай, хрен с ним.
Might be a good place to wait for Moses. Better cross to the other side.
Угу.
I know Sophie would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
Если Мозес придет.
Stay the fuck away from me.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't believe. Wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? Exactly in the shape of Sophie's body?
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Sophie is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane. But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. you'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Safi, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then... you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal.
Ну, проверим.
Alright. There's a chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline.
Почему в ту нельзя?
Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Psychic storm.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said... Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did. Wow. I mean...
Yeah. Near as I can tell, Safi's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap. How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. You give that to her, tell her to stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
Уже видели эту кружку на снеговике.
But what if... That's why I wanted to talk to you. I need your help. I thought I could protect Safi, but... When I was a teenager, I could... rewind time. Just... raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay?
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
I know it sounds like it must have been amazing. But Moses, the things I caused to happen, just having a power doesn't necessarily give you mastery over it.
One of many lessons gleaned from X-Men comics.
The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night with a gun. You're saying that could be a future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Sophie mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Sophie. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Так.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too. Oh, shit.
Okay. First look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp. I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it. Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
What do you want from us?
I thought I wanted some evidence. Close this fucking case and celebrate with a nice cigar. And then I got my evidence. That little photo of you with the gun. And you know what I realized? Not a fucking soul would believe me. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
Там себя увидел в прошлом. Нет, я не то нажал.
Have to help me.
Did I kill him?
You had to. It would have been you otherwise. Max, if this spreads to campus, if our colleagues, our friends, our students get devoured like this,
I can just stop using my powers.
it started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen.
Я не хотел его убивать.
I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right. Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows
Ух, жестко, ребят. Ладненько.
about Maya.
Еще немножко, наверное, пропадем.
At it? I'd like to know why she killed Sophie's book deal.
М,
Audrey, I'm worried about Kim. So am I. None of my attempts to reach out have really succeeded. You? No.
Gwen's office. Let's see what I can find out from her. Old school. Nice. Is that Sophie's book?
Ну, я сама напишет, я же говорил.
Hey, Gwen.
Max. No conversations for you to conveniently overhear this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, I need to talk to you about Sophie. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Sophie's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
You really have a knack for learning shit you're not supposed to know, you know that?
Завали, я
So
отвечаю
I've
на
been
вопрос.
Well then. No use fighting the inevitable.
Сама хочешь записать книгу
What
и
do you wanna
записать за
know?
собой. Зачем?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder. Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
А зачем? Алло.
So, what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book, which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people, Safi included.
И в чем? Опять про геев, да?
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
You really don't have an off switch, do you?
Да, отвечай, дура. Отвечай, идиот, точнее.
How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention. Maya Okada? Safi never mentioned the name.
She always did keep her cards close to her chest, didn't she? The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful. One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
No. That's where I draw the line. I don't trust you not to dig up old graves. Jesus. I've spilled too much already. Let's call this conversation over, huh?
Ладно.
Shit. Now I'm even more convinced there's something important in that manuscript. How do I get my hands on a copy? How can they have no record of him? They sent him. One of Safi's former students, I guess.
So,
Please. No more questions, Max.
что тут у нас? Мгм. Преподаватель в мире, да? Все. С днем рождения. От кафедры литературы. Жестко.
Gotcha. Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave.
Херня какая-то.
Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Нам помощь надо.
Have fun. Yasmin liked to get coffee here in the afternoon. Before Safi died.
Ну и что не открывается-то?
Yasmin liked to get coffee here in the afternoon. Before
Зафри.
Safi died.
Не понял. Она здесь, что ли?
Professor.
А, мир жизни. А я в мире смерти, все понял.
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions.
Что нам
No
кофе?
caffeine? This week of all weeks? I predict outright revolt before the week is out. My dearest Annabelle, I write to you from the front line to inform you that the war on Christmas has been lost. The art department really pushes for self-expression in every medium. Oh, wow.
No.
These are, extremely creepy. Sorry.
Ладно-то.
Hey, Loretta. Oh, hi, Miss Caulfield. How are you?
Have you talked to Reggie since yesterday?
Reggie? Reggie Kagan? Business major Reggie?
А, блядь, это другой
Crap.
мир.
Wrong Loretta, Max. You know what? Ignore me. I am lost in space. End of the semester, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Anyway, catch you later, Loretta.
Она себе по-любому что-нибудь настрочит про Реджи.
Professor's sitting on the table? Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
Have you seen Sophie today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
Did Sophie tell you her book deal was canceled?
What?
Блять, я
No.
тупой.
How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Sophia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Sophie's book was canceled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Sophia didn't even know Maya.
Как-то не знал.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin? Of course. I don't know why I thought they knew each other. It's just...
What?
There's this rumor that something happened with Maya before she died.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but Ms. Okada appears to have caused herself a great deal of pain.
So, she had a bad reputation. No wonder you didn't want her and Sophie associated with each other.
Exactly. Strange. I really thought Vin's statement closed the matter.
Shady cow skull throwing Vin is involved?
Enough ancient history. I have a favor to ask. Sophia's been distant lately. Could you keep an eye on her for me?
Are you sure that I'm the best person to...
Yes. Because she trusts you. And I trust you.
Yeah. Sure. I'll look out for her.
Thank you, Maxine. Oh, the time. Let's do lunch again. Somewhere with more atmosphere than the other place.
Надо
That
Винни,
was
короче, задушить.
odd. What did she mean by Vin's statement? Maybe I'd better talk to Vin myself.
Прям с психикой.
He's probably in the admin building.
Лукаса, ну-ка.
Lucas must be really grateful if he...
Опа, попался.
Hey, sport. We're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Oh, what a terrible mistake. Whatever shall I do?
I'm hurt, but I'm sure you can make it up to me.
I'll think of something. Anyway, hi Amanda. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
Кажется, что моя это вот
It's
эта вот
kind
Аманда.
of a long story, but it's for something important.
Sky's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Окей.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
See you,
Я
Amanda.
уже всех подозреваю просто.
He's probably in the admin building.
Ух, ребята, думаю, что пока что на этом все. Продолжим, надеюсь, завтра.
That's awesome. I should follow them for more info.
Всем спасибо. Ходите еще. Всем пока.